Hey, we are live on the internet.
We're waiting for our co-hosts who are definitely up. Interesting little card we had there.
Oh, Bill's first and anywhere. Yeah, pretty cool. Here, let me play with some stuff. Tanner and Sarah will be along in a minute. We are getting ready to. They got to move their stuff around. And
I broke out.
Man.
What's up?
Bilal did it.
Yeah. It's I've never fought at this level, but for these guys that are at this level, you've known for months he was going to come in and try and take you down and just smother you, and for you not to be able to stop it, like. Now he was looking real great in the striking too. So I mean, yeah. Guess we will remember the name, huh?
At least for now. Yeah, I think we will. Hold on, I'm sharing this out too. If you guys are in the comments, hit us up. Let us know where you're at. Our buddy John from Flatline MMA was at the arena tonight. So
yeah, I saw all kinds of videos in the group chat that you were sending.
Hey, there's Tanner Canada.
What's up, Tanner?
A whole lot. A little depressed. A little.
Are you crushed right now?
A little toaster in the bathtub, if you will.
Yeah. Joshua Edwards could not create the distance. Yeah, Leon couldn't get him. If Leon would have got Bilal on the back foot.
I mean, it was a great card, like up and down. No. Don't get me wrong. Like, I thought it was.
Well, you know what you have to do to get somebody on the back foot is actually throw something with bad intention behind it.
Well, you start throwing teeps or you start throwing jabs to kind of create that range or keep that distance. Like that's. I don't know. That was odd to me. Like that, I wonder about injuries. I wonder about a lot of things because, I mean, Leon always has a calm demeanor, but that was off.
Here's the one thing. Look, here's the one thing you can't control, and it is what it is. And some people, I'm sure, it affected, and some people it didn't. It is 6:19. It is. We're East Coast, so for right now, it is 6:19 in the morning in England. And I mean, he just alluded to it. There's people making excuses, and there's people saying circumstances of what happened. He just said all week he couldn't get on the schedule, which that could explain why he looked off. But
I think I saw something online circulating, and I'm not taking anything away from Bilal Muhammad. He's the man tonight.
He did what he needed to do.
But they were saying about Leon Edwards maybe had an ankle that was messed up because he wasn't throwing the kicks like he normally throws them. You know.
That's what I was looking for too.
He was limping after two of the rounds going back to the stool. I noticed that, but it is what it is.
No excuses. You were in there. You didn't pull out. You know, if he was hurt and showed up, kudos to him. But yeah, he got beaten. Bilal's the man. You got to give the guy some credit now. You know.
How old is Leon?
Only 32, I believe, and Bilal was 36, if I remember the intros right.
No,
so I mean, there's chances of him like getting back to it. It's not just one and done.
Did they mess that up? I'll ask Garrett to do his Jamie moment or his Jamie duties here. Did I read that right? That Leon Edwards was only 32? Because I thought Bilal was younger.
Yeah, he's born in 91.
I believe Bilal is younger.
I could have sworn that they might have had the ages switched in a little intro. I could have swore it said Bilal was 36 and Leon Edwards was 32. It might be the other way around.
I don't think Leon's 36.
No, he was born in 91. I just said that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Bilal's 36. He was born in 88.
No kidding. He doesn't look that old to me. But now, yeah, the UFC has a brand new 36-year-old champion. That's not normally their cup of tea. I'm not saying it's never happened before, but
I just prided Leon so much on his fight IQ and whatnot. And I mean, Bilal just kept snatching those high crotches up, and I don't know. I don't know what it was. I mean, that was.
I told you guys I would make it.
You made it. I feel
on.
I feel like I owe somebody something now. Did I make a bet on this or something?
Probably. You said a lot of different things.
Apparently.
We were talking about it last episode now. Like what? John Jones and Tommy Aspinall.
No. Yeah. We did talk about that last show. Tom Aspinall is the champ right now. John Jones doesn't fight. I'm stripping him. You hear here on Fight Show. I'm stripping him. Tom Aspinall is the champion right now.
They might fuck around and hit. They might
Absolutely.
fuck around and hit Stipe up and say, "Hey, Stipe, are you sure you just want to retire? We can run this MSG card in November without you. You can just stay home."
Yeah,
I've seen the memes. Me praying
OnlyFans.
to God.
Yeah,
We
what do
need
I want
that
to see?
sound clip,
What do I want
Bill.
to see a retired? What do I want to see a retired firefighter fight John Jones for? I don't. It's a meaningless, pointless fight. I know it means something to Dana. Just so he can push John. Oh, he beat everybody. No, Tom Aspinall's the champ right now. John Jones doesn't fight. And that's just what it is. And if he wants to change that, that's up to him. John Jones doesn't fight. I don't recognize him as the UFC champion. Tom Aspinall is the best in the game right now.
Oh, 100%. I completely agree with you. But, it's just we need that little sound clip of Bill. I only talk to God when I need a babe. We just need C-Bay to pull out. That's all we need. We need some freak accident. Yeah, there it is. I don't ask for much, God.
I don't know what's going on with it.
We need a...
Yeah, I know. I'm literally hitting the fucking button and I got nothing. I don't know what's going on.
It's playing out here. I can hear it.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Good. I just hit it like 4 times on it. For
done.
some reason, I can't hear it.
Yeah, that was the remix.
All right, so... Well,
all right, man. Let's do this. Let's do this fight card. What do we got, Garrett?
You want to start top to bottom? We start with the main card, or we can start with the Makayev and.
I'm
God.
Pulled up. I don't know what's going on.
Or is that even worth it?
Now let's talk about that early prelim.
Well, no F-bombs were dropped, so there's a good start.
Well, Makayev got cut. I hope you guys realize that he just went 7-0 in the UFC and got cut. Right? He's a free agent. They didn't renew his contract. I won't say. Sorry, let me correct that. I won't say he got cut. He is currently a free agent, and they chose not to renew his contract, and he is out of fights.
Well, when you don't sell fights like that, when you blatantly, continually foul in fights like that, when you start incidents a few days before a fight that could jeopardize a fight like that on a huge card like this, I mean, you're kind of asking for trouble.
Bro, is it just me or the fucking English MMA fighters a bunch of dirty fence grabbing cheaters? It was like rampant tonight.
Bad referee calls too, or not. You can't even say it was bad referee calls. Actually, not thinking about it. A lot of times they were off to the angle, and then they'd switch the angle to check it out, and they'd be like, "Oh, no grab."
Yeah, I saw guys were still dragging their hands on the floor today. Garrett, did you see that?
Yeah,
a lot of fighters, as they were hunched over, still had that free hand posted on the floor, trying to make sure they don't get blasted in the head. Savor the flavor, boys. A couple more months, that shit ain't gonna save you, and I hope somebody punch you right in your head. That's not the way to fight. That's never been the way to fight.
We can really go down, and I'm not going to pull it up just because it always takes up so much.
Well, can I ask you real quick, Bill, what did you think of the co-main stoppage?
A little early, but it didn't matter. A little early. I mean, Blades was probably going to eat one and face plant from that on all fours position. He protested a little bit, but yeah, it's a little early. But that's the state of basketball, football, baseball. We softened up everything, so it's trickled over here too. Yeah, it was a little soft.
He was basically flattened.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he was face flat, eting shots. So.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, like I said in the group chat the other day, just let him fight to the death. Fuck it. That way, there's none of this banter.
Yeah, we can go back. Sean O'Bannon, Ardelean, split decision win. Sean O'Bannon looked really good. I've seen her fight once before.
Okay.
That was her first UFC win. Yeah, she looked a lot better this time. Looked a lot better. Looked a little bit more comfortable.
Mick Parkin got the KO. Trains with Tommy Aspinall. Pretty stoked about that. That was a good fight. Sam Patterson, Kiefer Crosby. Kiefer Crosby busted. I had a 7-leg parlay going. Kiefer Crosby busted it up at immediately.
Shout out early prelims though. Early prelims really showed up before we skated by on some decisions there.
I'm so bummed that it didn't.
That Modestus Bukowskis Pacino fight, that was a good fucking fight. I was like, oh,
That was
man.
a really good fight.
I mean, they both got to work on some holes, but clearly where they're at in their careers, like, I mean, Modestus was fucking piecing him up on the inside, and then Pacino was just picking his shots from the outside. He looked fucking great, but then them leg kicks, man, it was a good fight. Like, for being an early prelim, it was a pretty good fight. The Oban Elliott Preston Parsons fight, that was a great fight. And that was all just the early prelims. And
what was the KO? Where was the KO? Who was that?
Parkin, Mick Parkin, the guy that trains.
Oh, Mick Parks. That's right. Mick Parkin. Yeah.
Yeah,
him, dog. He's keep an eye out for that name because I think he's 2-0 right now in the UFC.
So, if you include Dana White Contender Series, I believe. I think he only won his other fight on the Contender Series.
Let me see here.
Well, definitely got a fan with that one.
I think he was on
awesome.
Yeah, he had wins over Usman's little big brother. He just won over that. I think he's 4 in a row, I believe. Hold on, wait for it's loading. Yeah, 4 in a row. So he's on a 4-fight win streak, counting this.
Yeah, but how many in the UFC?
4-fight win streak in the UFC.
Did he come from Dana White Contender Series, or am I thinking somebody else?
I think you're thinking of.
I'm pretty.
Hold on, I'm going to look it up.
They had some other. No, they had some other. If it's not Mick Parkin, I thought it was Mick Parkin. They had
there was a fuck ton of. They threw up a graphic. There was like 8 or 10 people from Contender Series, I think, on this card. I swear to God, they threw that graphic up.
That, and they were throwing up the graphic. Contender Series is coming up and stuff.
Yeah,
they were definitely pumping it tonight.
I wonder who the hell I'm thinking of then. Yeah, there was a big heavyweight off.
22. Series. He was a 1-0 on the Contender Series.
Oh, okay, he did. Okay, I thought I had seen him.
Rear naked choke round 1 on the Contender Series, and then 3 unanimous decisions, and then he won by punches tonight. So nothing spectacular, but 4-fight win streak. 5 if you count Contender Series.
Okay. All right, and then what? We already kind of covered the Makayev Tate fight. You know, I'll be honest with you, Garrett. If I'm Dana White and company, I don't even bother re-signing Makayev. I would just tell him flat out, that's not what we do here. Go to the regional scene, get yourself some finishes. If you want to fight in the UFC, I want to see some finishes. You know, that guy's like, I don't know.
Well, word around the area was that where somebody said something, and I didn't see it for myself yet, but I've read something online in between. Mm-hmm. He made a comment. Somebody talked to him before the fight and said, if you just shoot for takedowns the whole time, don't expect to get your contract renewed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man.
It's an entertainment business as much as it is a sport.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it. You get in there. You know, I've been in there before. You get in there, and you do revert to what you feel. You revert to your comfort zone a lot of times, especially at that level. You know, so they might have told him, "Don't shoot for takedowns the whole time, and don't make it boring." And you know, that's just where he's comfortable. You know. So,
yeah,
but
Hadley versus Loughran was after that. Yeah, that was a good fight.
No, I thought that little. I thought
Jake Hadley just kind of ran a clinic.
I thought he would have got that one, but I was wrong. Yeah. Wrong a lot these days.
Yeah, I know.
This is the same dude also that said he would have made light work of Peyton Talbot in his media day. Like,
yeah, no, that's not how that would go.
Throw that out there. Like,
no, that's not how that would go.
Kind of shot yourself in the foot there, buddy.
Molly McCann, Bruno Brazil.
Oh, don't even get me started on that shit.
Part of the MMA nerds team.
Bart beat off of her.
They gave the meatball a meatball, and she got meatballed.
Pause bonuses.
They wanted her to win that.
Shane says Leon just won.
Patty got 200. Aspinall got 100, and I think he said Parkin. Who did he say?
What did he say? Hold on.
Yeah, Parkin got 100K. Aspinall got 100K, and Patty got 200K.
Oh.
Another fight I'm anxious to discuss.
I don't really know. Yeah, definitely
I know. I was kind of like, fuck.
Told y'all.
Yeah, you called it, man. You fucking fucking called it.
That Nathaniel Wood, Daniel Pineda fight. I remember watching Daniel Pineda fight like on Texas Regionals back when, like, I think Access
That was a
TV,
great one.
when Legacy
I
was
really
Legacy.
enjoyed that one. And was Nathaniel Wood the one that talked about his contract wasn't renewed too?
No. I think that was Nate Maness is who you're thinking about.
Oh, okay.
Nate
I was about
Maness
to
is
say
like
because yeah,
5-2 in the UFC, and they didn't even call him.
Yeah,
I was hoping it wasn't this guy because I was like, man, this guy looked good tonight. Yeah, no, that was a really good fight. Kind of
Woods
back
had
and
that
forth.
Feely fight. Feely fight, he beat Jourdain unanimous decision. Got a win over Rosa, lost to Kenny. So what, one? Two.
Dana just said it. There's no doubt that whoever wins the fight between John Jones and Stipe has to face Tom Aspinall. So I mean, we're getting it from the big man himself. I think
I
really knows
don't
one of the
need
bigger
or want to
heavyweight
see
fights.
Stipe versus John Jones.
I really
What if
don't.
he?
I'm sure.
Okay, but what
I'm
if
sure
Steve?
his Twitter
Everybody's
page
counting
is gonna.
Stipe out. That's what makes this sport the best in the world, man. Like, what if Stipe like comes in like a firecracker?
You know what?
This is the man that beat
Sign me
Francis
to fight
and
John
DC
Jones.
twice.
But who do
Sign
we
me to
want to
fight John
see the
Jones at this
most?
point. You know.
Honestly, do we really want to
Amen.
see Stipe versus Aspinall?
This guy's been retired for 3 years fighting fires. You might as well just
If
sign me to
Stipe
fight
beats
John
John
Jones.
Jones, then I might want to see Stipe versus Aspinall. Honestly,
No. There's no way. Dana can run it however he wants. I think he thinks there's a lot more interest in this fight than there actually is. I don't care about that
oh,
fight.
100%. But even to the casual names and everything, it's still going to sell out for pay-per-views. I mean,
We'll see how it
John
goes.
is that name.
It's
Oh yeah.
you know, because I know what Jones will probably do. He'll probably beat Stipe and retire. You know what I mean? That's how it
Yeah,
would go.
but see, I don't think for the people that the legacy matters, and there are people out there, and it's very much like a big legacy thing. I don't think Stipe is going to sit idly by while his name's being thrown out there. I don't think John's going to sit idly by when he jumped to heavyweight, and then consensus greatest heavyweight of all time is Stipe Miocic. Like, there's got to be some sort of collision course, and then you have this whole shit over here because of the injury. Like, I don't know, man. I think Tommy Aspinall should stay ready. I think at this point in his career, if Stipe rolls his ankle the wrong fucking way, Tommy Aspinall could be fighting John Jones in November at Madison Square Garden, and that's
Well, just for Stipe to sit back and say the only fight I'll come out of retirement for is John Jones. That's just not the way the sport works anymore. You know, nobody jumps in after being gone for 3 years and gets a title shot. You got to be a guy or two first.
Well, we talked about it. It's just evolved so much.
If Kayla Harrison wins the belt, Amanda Nunez is coming out of retirement. Gary fucking P.
Has that been 3 years though? The only one was maybe St. Pierre when he choked out Bisping. You know, maybe that was the only one that a guy comes back and gets it like that. You know, and then even he retired immediately after, and Dana White regretted doing that. So,
but then we're talking about GSP too, and I mean John Jones is that caliber, like, and that's I believe what it takes to be able to do those kind of things. Is you got to be that caliber, and I mean.
It just, I don't know. They're going to do what they want. It just feels like a waste of time with that John Jones.
Oh, you mean I mean, I'm on the boat with you too. Like, don't get me wrong. I just think that John Jones is the greatest of all time. But I mean, there's a whole slew of people behind you saying that we just want to get this fight over with, and that it doesn't even make sense. Like, I mean, people want to see Tom Aspinall and John Jones.
Yeah. Oh, that is probably one of the bigger fights the UFC could ever make. I'll be honest with you. You know, you got the all time greatest fighter in John Jones, and you got Tom Aspinall's the future, man. That he's good.
For sure.
I mean, in a weird like alternate reality, John Jones retires, and then Alex Pereira moves up to heavyweight, and John Jones comes out of retirement to fight Alex Pereira. John Jones won't fight Aspinall, believe me. I don't see John fighting Stipe and winning and not fighting. Like, it doesn't make there's no point in having the Stipe fight if you're not gonna like. If it's all about legacy, he's gonna fight him. He'll fight.
That's what I was about to say. I think John Jones' ego is too big for that too. Like,
I mean, at this point, it's about cementing your fucking legacy.
Something to say.
No, that was a good point.
If John Jones, I mean, I feel like he's got a bit of an ego. Like, I don't think he's just going to be able to see what Tom just did and be able to sit back and listen to the Twitter people. What?
Do you not have to have an ego and be the baddest man on the planet? Francis is probably one of the nicest 100%. Guys in the fucking world, and Francis has a fucking ego, but it's not. John's had his issues.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying that works to our favor as a fan. Like,
so at the end of the day, there's really not any other person that's done it the way he's done it, regardless of all the asterisks. I'm not saying there's not a bunch of asterisks. There's not a bunch of outside the cage behavior that's been questionable and pissed people off and drove people away. I understand that. However, inside that octagon,
what happens in the cage. That's what we're here for. That's not. I mean, I'm not here to fuck around with his personal life. His personal life could be shit. That has nothing to do with him as a fighter. I know how to separate a fighter and somebody's personal life. If you're a skilled fighter, you could be a piece of shit. It just
Colby Covington.
I think, look, as corny as it might sound, I think, and it could be an excuse or it could be a reason, but when you were 20-something years old and you do something well, you do violence well. If you're 20-something years old and you do violence well, and all of a sudden you're just at the top of the fucking heap with millions of fucking dollars, I cannot fucking say at 20-something years old when this shit all started out, I wouldn't have made the same shitty decisions John Jones did. Hotel rooms, getting caught in hotel rooms with strippers, fleeing from the scene of an accident. Like, I don't know about you guys, but where I come from, that's par from the fucking course.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this: most of us along the way, we have made some pretty sketchy decisions, and I feel like we probably just got away with it where he didn't. So,
well, yeah, and that's another thing. Everything's amplified because it's on you. Everything.
You left the drugs in the car instead of throwing them in the bushes.
I mean, who forgets the fucking weed pipe, bro? Anyways, no, there's people that make shitty mistakes all the time that don't have millions of dollars in the fucking bank and a spotlight on them. It is what it is. It just is what it is. Look at Mayhem Miller. Same way. Couldn't stop. I mean, granted, he's
isn't there a dude that fucking robbed a bank when he was a UFC fighter?
No, that's Lee Murray.
That's Lee Murray. Look at Lee Murray, the godfather of fucking British MMA, the largest heist in the entire country, in the history of the entire country. And he's over here banging with Tito Ortiz in the fucking street. Like, this is that shit.
First of all, Strike Zone MMA. No, I'm not refereeing anymore. I prefer doing this on Saturday nights. I did everything I wanted to do in that sport. I like chilling with my friends at this point. I had some good experiences, had a fun ride. I can't openly talk about mixed martial arts with my friends, especially on the internet, if I was still with a commission. So no, I'm not refereeing. And what was the second question from Strike Zone?
It was about Patty Pillow, but just a second, we do pick his brain though. So if you want to check out some of those ref insights, those ref questions, those ref rants, what's pissing off a ref during the week or something, check out our older episodes. Check out our Ask a Ref questions with Sarah and Bill. Like, go back to our episodes, and we do it weekly on Thursdays. So
Sarah pulls
questions. A bunch of stuff.
Sarah pulls questions from the Facebook group, from the Facebook community, and asks Bill every week. It could be fan questions, her questions about reffing. And as far as Bill refereeing, Bill refereed for, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I got your intro right, Bill. Bill refereed for Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Virginia, and Delaware commissions. He refereed every three-letter regional organization on the East Coast, as well as the UFC, WSOF, Bellator. He refereed Sean Strickland, Andrei Arlovsky, Joey Pfeiffer, Pat Brady.
Joey P just on the show.
Joey P was just on the show the other week. Check those clips out. But yeah, the man, he's the resident. Oh, wait, I'll point this way. Sorry, he's the resident.
No, you were right. Go the other way. I don't know why it's right now.
Yeah, here. Wait. How do we do
for
this?
me, it's flipped.
Touch it.
I don't know what's going on, but for me, it's flipped. So if I got to do it this way, I don't know. My camera's
Well,
weird.
Yeah, what was second? What do you guys think it passed? Do you think
we're
it was-
getting into the main card now, so I guess
Yeah.
we can go ahead and talk about that. I've been itching for this one. Patty by
Yeah.
sub.
Well,
Fuck
talk
the
about. Let's
haters.
go. Hold on. Let's scroll back. Arnold Allen, Giga KZ. Arnold Allen just showed why he's Arnold fucking Allen. Like it's a
The name of the game is Octagon Control with that one. Like that was just beautiful. Like the name of Giga's game is bouncing around, landing those clean combinations, and having that in and out style and being able to be quick. Because I feel like Giga had a little bit of the speed advantage in the fight, but Arnold Allen cut him off every single second of the way, kept his back against the cage, made it a little bit harder for Giga to get those shots off, and ultimately got the decision. I mean, I thought that was solid from Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold Allen's good. He just might not sure what his age is, but Arnold Allen got beat by who was it? Kelvin Cater, and did he fight Max Holloway? I know
No, that
he-
was Giga. Giga got beat by Calvin, and Arnold got beat by Movsar Iblov on a unanimous decision, and Max Holloway in a unanimous
Max
decision.
Holloway. Yeah. That's
And he was on a 10-fight win streak until the Max Holloway fight, and he's currently 10-2.
And he went to decision with Max Holloway. Is that correct?
Yes.
KO'd.
That's
Okay,
pretty
here
good.
I'll run it, Bill. I'll run it down for you real quick.
Okay, good.
He got the decision loss to Evelev. We were just talking about the other day. That was a Toronto card where they had the issue with the hand being down. Lost a decision to Max Holloway.
Yep.
KO'd Cater. KO'd Dan Hooker. Took Super Sadiq to a unanimous decision. Lentz was a decision. Took Gilbert Melendez to a decision. And took Rinaldi to a decision. Arnold Allen has been on a fucking tear other than them last two. He kind of hit a speed bump there, but he
Pretty solid resume.
definitely right back into it.
No, if you can run it the whole way at Max Holloway, it's pretty good.
Movsar Iblov has had a couple decisions that people don't think he's won. So, yeah, you're not the only one on that one. Diego.
Christian Leroy Duncan, Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop. Look,
I
Yeah,
cannot
that's a
stand
RoboCop fashion.
Yeah, I can't believe that guy's not on steroids, man. He is like, I know he's not. I'm not accusing him. They get tested out the ass, especially if you look like that. That guy looks legit like a fucking superhero. The way that guy's built, and he's only what? He's 185 pounds. He's middleweight, right? Whew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big ass motherfucker. That's a
He
big
looked to be
dude.
about
Man.
two. He looked to be about.
I told
205,
my
man.
wife the only way I can compare, like, describe his fighting style is that RoboCop fights like a grown ass man. Like, that's really like all I can say. Like, both feet down. Like, Sean Strickland talks about doing the man dance. RoboCop, like that's how I see the man dance.
Yeah, he's definitely aggressive. I like that.
Now we'll move on up to probably the disappointment of the evening for me because I had King Green. It was on that busted parlay. I had King Green.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. You
Check
He
the
didn't
show
verdict.
up.
I posted them. I posted them for reference. I had the second round, but Patty by sub, baby.
I hit it in the group chat that we all have going on. All that gum flapping, all that gum bumping, and you didn't even throw your punches. You didn't even get your shit off. Like, throw shit, then talk some smack. You know what I mean? Every time a guy kicks you, don't just agree with it and okay, that's good. You can, yeah, he's beating you up. Like fight your fight. Don't just sit there and bump your gums the whole time and start shooting your jabs, shoot your own kicks, throw with bad intentions. Don't sit there and just agree. Okay, you got me, you kicked me, and I don't know. I don't know what Bobby Green was thinking.
He just seemed like he was frozen. He just seemed like he just wasn't there. You know what I mean? It was weird.
From
Like
a
I said-
jiu-jitsu guy who absolutely fucking loves triangles. Let me just say, Patty just melted my heart in that fight. Like, I was just like, oh, when he hooked the leg, he got off to the side just right. Oh my God, it was perfect. And thank God for the referee stopping in and realizing Bobby was out, because I still think he hurt his arm with that arm bar stretching it out. But that was a rough look.
Bobby Green made that critical mistake. He should have stepped over, and he didn't step over. And then Patty switched the hips and switched position on him. And the next thing you know, they went to that overhead shot, and you're looking, Bobby's not fucking moving, bro. Bobby was not moving. And I was like, oh,
Did he shoot because he got tugged with something? Like, did he get hit and then shoot, or did he just try and shoot?
I think
that
was up and he kind of fell, and then the way that Patty had him, it was almost like a guillotine. So I think Patty kind of went down on it too.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering why Green shot at his legs. You know,
Bobby has that odd head movement. He does that boxing triangle defense since he keeps his hands down. He's pretty with the head movement.
Yeah, but until he tries to shoot a single leg on somebody, he gets triangle. Like, I don't know why he took that shot, but I digress. We move on, man. Patty Pimblett. I
thought Bobby was going to get some more shots off, is what I'm saying. Like, I thought it was going to be a little more before Patty got the sub, but
yeah. Well, Strike Zone had asked. They said, "Do we think Patty Pimblett will ever make top 5?" I don't think so. I could be. I'm wrong a lot though.
Like, we're gonna check out the rankings. We're gonna finish going over this card, and we're gonna check out the rankings here in a minute.
This is at lightweight or featherweight? This is lightweight because the King's a lightweight.
55.
Yeah, I believe 155 is what it was.
Patty will have a number next to his name come Tuesday.
Yeah. Top 15.
Tommy Aspinall is going to suck up some of those pay-per-view
10
points, and he's going to go hang out, probably take his kids on a vacation and fucking just hang out till November, figure out what the fuck's going on, probably stay ready, I would say. And then Leon Edwards, man, we talked about it at the top of the hour here when we came on live. Bilal Muhammad was the better man that day. I don't
yeah. Edwards looked real
dominated. He really did.
Yeah, Edwards looked pretty shitty. I mean, Bilal's fighting style isn't the most fan pleasing, but man, then somebody step up and beat him. You know,
it's nerve wracking to watch. It is, but he's good at what he does.
I would. So, what do you think? Price rematch right away for Edwards? Probably not, right? You don't
not with two title defenses.
I'm starting here with the flyweight because the Cape fight was they were talking about title eliminator because Steve Erceg just lost. Kai Kara France, Steve Erceg just booked. Brandon Moreno is sitting out for a little while. So Makayev's out, so that changes some stuff going on here. I know you might Kai Kara France is sitting at 4. You might see Kai Kara France versus Pantoja for the belt here, unless they book something else.
I've been wanting that one so bad.
Who's in the mix? And I'm going to butcher his name here, but that Tatsu Taitura guy or whatever he is.
Taira's number 5.
That's what people are saying. Let him in.
Yeah, he's calling out Pantoja. He's probably one win away from a crack at Pantoja. You know, he's probably going to fight number 2 or number 3. So you got him in the mix. Don't forget about him.
Taira just fought in June last month. He fought Perez.
Yeah. Stretched him out. Hurt his knee.
Bazzi. Okay, Amir's. No, he doesn't have anything booked. So Amir Abazi's sitting at number 3, 17-1, 5 wins by knockouts. It's anything could go there. Again, there's going to be some stuff shaken up because Cape's number 8. He lost. Makayev didn't get signed. Going to bantamweight. Clearly, you got Davashili versus Shelton Strickland. You have Corey Sandhagen just trying to stay busy, fighting number 10, sitting at number 2. Cheeto just went to the back of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about Henry Cejudo? Again, I don't know. You got to really wait till see what goes on with Sean O'Malley versus Marab. I mean, like I said, you got Sandhagen and Nurmagomedov coming up next week.
Where's Piotr Jan? What's he doing? Anybody?
I don't know. There's a lot of guys.
He just fought. Right? He had the win against Song in March,
right?
And that was the last thing. I haven't heard anything, and he's not booked currently that I can see on anything. Featherweight Arnold Allen sitting at 6 right now. Brian Ortega just got rebooked against Diego Lopez, so very, very good possibility you're going to see Diego Lopez take Brian Ortega's spot potentially. I don't know. Like I said, featherweight, you got stuff that's going to play out here towards the end of summer that you really got to watch. We'll go back here, and again, welterweight.
Got Strike Zone asking a question real quick. Like, man,
Sandhagen versus Umar. I'm not used to seeing those Nurmagomedov boys losing. Probably Umar.
I'm going to go
we
with Corey
saw
Sandhagen.
Pretty Elite Wrestling from Sandhagen his last outing. Or I mean, I don't know. He's such an all-around guy. He's one of my favorite fighters on the roster. He's one of my favorite strikers. I could watch that guy fight a stand-up striking fight for probably hours. But
I think if he can nail out the wrestling, I think he edges Umar on the feet. So if he can nullify that wrestling,
dear God, let me get a Frankie Edgar. Fly me again.
lightweight Arman and Islam is clearly the next step for that. Gamrot's getting ready to fight Dan Hooker in Perth.
Patty called out Renato Magano.
Yeah, Patty called out Renato Macano.
I would watch that one. That one sounds fun.
But he's fighting VSD.
Yeah, Moicano and VSD are fighting, so that's 10 and 12, so that'll stay up around there. What's Fiziev just do, or Fiziev, depending on how you say it?
Raphael,
He's just kind of man. He fought Gamrot. He lost to Gamrot in September of last year. I don't know what's going on. He's just kind of hanging out there at number 8. So
yeah, he should have been in there. If your last fight, when did you say it was?
September of 23.
Yeah, no, you're about 3 months overdue, pal. You should have fought your last one and have your next one booked. Unless there's
I don't know, man.
He
He might need a little time off to reassess things. You lose. I mean, arguably, he lost to Gaethje and he lost to Gamrot, who are two of the top lightweights in the world. But I mean, sometimes after a couple losses like that, especially after getting your ass beat like Gaethje did, Gaethje put hands on him. So I mean, you might need a second to think, like, hey, need to figure something out here.
All right, fair enough.
If Hooker gets past Gamrot, it's looking like Hooker will be sitting at number 5. So, like I said, there's some stuff coming up that we definitely got to watch out for. I mean, we can even go through the rest of this, but even, Christ, you get the middleweight, it gets more confusing. So,
Cool.
Yeah, man.
So we can't talk, like, it's clear, like, what's next for heavyweight. Obviously, we have to get the winner of Stipe and Jones versus Aspinall, but what's next for welterweight?
Well, I know this is one weight class below you. They got Ilya fighting Max Holloway, which is going to be a banger. But at welterweight, let me think.
That's a good
well,
one.
here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Up?
You're not going to see. I wouldn't expect to see Bilal until November, December.
Yeah, he's probably going to take a month or two to enjoy his win. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. If you don't give him Leon Edwards, it's like, who's next?
Shavkat.
And I mean,
nobody wants that, bro.
He's sitting at 3 now.
Nobody wants that.
Look, Bilal Muhammad witnessed his dream. There's a lot of hate for Bilal Muhammad. Yay, he got the belt. Look at Sean Strickland. You know what I'm saying?
It's horseboy time.
It is what it is. Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Oh, he's next.
Right, good. Right horse.
I mean, Kamaru Usman's still sitting at 1, but I don't see Kamaru Usman out wrestling Bilal if Bilal wrestles the way he wrestled Leon.
No, Usman, his time is, he's fading. He's not going to make another run at the top. He's not as good as these guys that are fighting these days.
We've got Jack Maddalena sitting at number 5.
JDM, Colby Covington still sitting at 4. Gilbert Burns is at 6. Ian Gary just popped up to 7.
Covington is
really, if you want to play the game, Sean Brady just had the loss off Bilal, so Sean Brady's going to have to wait in line. So to sit here and say, unless something freak crazy happens or they have Sean be the backup, like, your options are 1 Kamaru Usman. Well, and who's to say? I'm sorry. So it's going to change. I'm looking at the current things. Leon will be number 1. Kamaru will probably be number 2. Bilal will be champ. Shavkat's sitting at 3 right now. Shavkat might even move up to 2. Kamaru is coming off the log.
Give me Shavkat and Ian Gary for a title eliminator, or I like either Shavkat or Jack Della Maddalena versus Ian Gary for a title eliminator.
I think
Yeah.
JDM versus Kamaru Usman. Let JDM jump to the top of the line.
That's what I was gonna say too. I like Kamaru Usman and JDM for a number one contender spot as well, though. That's super interesting. Shavkat's got to be up there.
Usman's got bum knees anymore. He's got bad knees anymore. He had his time. Like, he can't bang with these.
We say that he looked. I thought he looked pretty decent for a short notice against Khamzat. I mean,
I was impressed on how he looked. I was impressed with that.
Let him get in there.
For all the hype that Khamzat
world
has
class
coming behind him.
athletes. We talked about it, the evolution in technology. Yes, he's got bum knees, but I mean, think about all the stuff, the PIs and the medical stuff that they have. I mean, I'm sure this guy's got money by this point.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Father Time, but I mean,
he'll fuck around, be at the PI getting all the stem cells, and guess what? He's coming back, bitch.
Hey,
they're all just living. They're living on borrowed time. Shavkat Rakhmonov will mow through these guys. I mean, he's really good. He's one of the best fighters I've ever seen.
He's sitting at number 3 right now. Since below one of the times you guys think Islam will still have interest to move up.
Oh no, that's not how they roll. No, that's not right now. That's not how they roll. Nope. They said tonight Khabib helped train Bilal, and they were friends and all that. They're not fighting.
Not happening.
I don't.
But after tonight, I don't want to see any Leon near another fucking main event again. So like,
if Dustin Poirier did the Islam Makhachev, yeah, Obed, he didn't. I didn't see what Dana said, but last thing I heard was that they weren't renewing his contract. Did you hear anything, Tanner? I don't know. Can you see if you can pull something up on that?
Checking X real quick.
I after seeing the Dustin Poirier Islam fight, Armin's that young.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I think that Dana White gave him $100K or $200K because he had twins.
Who's that?
Who?
Patty. Remember he just had his little twin. Okay. They doubled his bonus for him. Oh, Dana says that. Sorry, Dana says that matchmakers are not interested in Makhachev, and he will no longer fight in the UFC.
Good, get the fuck out. Hopefully that sends a sign to other people. You know what it is exactly that you're there to do. You're there to sell a product. You're there to help the brand.
Now,
help yourself.
Now let's stop for a minute and let's look at a broad picture here. The guy's 7-0 in the UFC, 13-0 in his career. He can go back to Europe. He lives in England. He can go back to Cage Warriors. He can go do a multitude of things. Figure it out.
Dana said that PFL will get a good undefeated guy.
I mean,
and I still don't want to watch him.
He could go to the fucking PFL and he could fucking reign supreme in the PFL. He could go back to the regionals and bang out 3 knockouts in a row, and it changes their opinion. Brandon Moreno got cut, came back. Pantoja got cut, came back. How many of these guys got
Chase
cut?
Hooper got cut, came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see Makhachev, because I'll be honest with you, Makhachev could probably run through their $1 million tournament.
I mean, if you want to play the game with Don Davis and his asinine comments, MVP Kayla Harrison came over and they got Derek Brunson, and now they're probably going to get Makhachev. So fair trade.
No, for Dana White,
Makhachev. Strike Zone's asking. Hold on, Makhachev got cut. Makhachev got cut. Just went 7-0 in the UFC, 13-0 as a pro, and he got cut. So he's a free agent. They didn't renew his contract. He didn't get cut. They chose not to renew his contract. He was on the last fight of his contract. They usually renegotiate before the last fight of your contract, like they did with Patty. They literally renegotiated his contract and finalized it Wednesday. He fought Saturday. They chose not to do that with Makhachev.
They said they are not interested in him. Matchmakers are not interested in him, and they wish PFL good luck.
For Dana White and company to be that bitter and that petty about it right after the fight's over means they probably talked with him beforehand. Probably gave him the writing is on the wall speech. And
the rumor mill going around was that if he shot for takedowns, they weren't going to renew his. Dana went off in the post fight. I'm gonna have to.
On another note, he's pretty pissed about the bonuses, and so he said he's never up in the bonuses again because he said 7 straight fucking decisions. He was like, "There's no sense of urgency. There was no sense of I want $100,000 or I want to fight for it." So he's like, he's not doing that shit no more.
I'd like to see exactly these new gloves. It seems like the finishing rate has been a lot less. I could be wrong, but I'd love to see I'm sure I could look it up online, and I'd love to see the data on it and the numbers. Since they switched to these new gloves, I'd like to see what the finishing rate is compared to like modern day MMA. Not the old school shit, but like modern day MMA.
There have been plenty of people make the same comment as you just made. And I've kind of noticed the same thing. So I'm wondering, like, what's up?
It seems like people are fighting for the decision, except for a couple bangers like our boy Joey P, Tom Aspinall. Who else gets in there and throws heat? And I know a lot of. I'm not thinking of the guy's name right now. Joe Anderson Brito. I know he gets in there, man. He's only like 135, 145 pounds. This guy fires off rockets. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that sense of urgency doesn't seem to be there. Like, yeah.
Apparently, there was a fight in the crowd.
That'll be on social.
And Dana said that he is not interested in the Leon rematch immediately, and they are working on different things. So I have a feeling that, bro, somebody even posted the picture of Dana in the background putting the belt on Bilal. They could say you could even tell from that picture he's fucking disgusted. I think they are gonna try to dip this shit in the bud real quick. I think they're gonna send Shavkat like directly in that motherfucker like a Royal
That would
Rumble.
be the move.
Like,
Tanner,
3 months later, it's gonna be another Aljo situation where they just like announce the shit before they even tell him.
If you're Dana White, you can't sell what Bilal Muhammad did tonight. And I'm not taking anything away from the guy; he's world champion. But that's hard to sell from an entertainment standpoint when
Dana
you know
what
this guy's gonna do, and then he gets in there and that's all he does. Yeah, it's really hard to sell.
Tanner, I need you to do one thing right now, Tanner. Before we get off this live, so you have the minimum 15 minutes. We need a meme of Dana White wearing the Shavkat hat, saying something about fucking Bilal being the champion, because they're getting ready to feed him like horse meat to that motherfucker.
Yeah,
it's that's gonna be a Sean Strickland situation. It's gonna be a one and done. And I'm not saying Sean's done. I'm hoping Sean gets his comeback around. But
let me see it. Let me find it.
No, a meme with the Shavkat hat and be like, Leon Edwards rematch, not interested.
yeah, Leon Edwards no.
No, Shavkat's very good, and he's huge. That guy is a large guy for that weight class. He's got all the tools. He can grapple, he can punch. He can. He made Jeff Neal and Neil Magny look like slouches. And they're not at all.
I just can't wait for Merab Davishvili to take Sean O'Malley's title from him. That's all. I can't.
No, we're not going to say that.
Sean had his time.
It could look a lot like the fight tonight did. That's for sure. But you know what? I thought Aljamain Sterling would have been able to wrap Sean up. It wasn't even close. So, like I said, I'm wrong a lot. So, yeah, if I was better at this shit, I'd be rich on DraftKings.
Look, we'll go. And again, there's two schools of thought with this. I just went like 4 for 7 on my parlay. I went 4 for 7 of my picks. The problem was it was a 7-legger parlay. Yeah. However, I did call that Jordan Vucenic call up, and I'm just saying I called that like 3 days before it happened. I said either the guy's going to get a call up or they're going to put him on. I was even like, oh, okay, the next time they come to England or in that area of Europe. Nope, he's on the Saudi Arabia card fucking 6 days after he wins his fourth in a row for Cage Warriors. So I'm 50-50. When it comes to money, I'm shit. But when it comes to fucking just pulling shit out of midair, I got it. Tanner's working feverishly on that.
Yeah, I'm going on the meme, bro.
Yeah, I try and predict my. Sorry, anybody that's out there. I thought the Aspinall Leon Edwards parlay was a lock. I was wrong. Like I said, wrong a lot. It's not a gambling show.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing you said this is not a gambling show before you told people to bet the house on Leon Edwards.
I did not say bet
the house. I was about to say he screwed up all my picks.
Yeah, I did not say bet the house. I said this is not a gambling show. And if I was any good at this, I'd be rich.
Wife, your kids, your car, bet it all.
Do not bet all that. No. Bet like $10.
Yeah, bet fucking Shavkat's getting sent in there, bro, on a mission, dog. This is not a fight. This is an assassination.
Look, I say Bilal. I've said it. The guy did it. He was the better man tonight. Bilal gets too much hate. But for the next week, my entire purpose on social media is making memes about Shavkat like Dana sacrificing Bilal to Shavkat. Like that's my entire purpose for the next week. Alex
That would be
Pereira Ankalaev is the next fight to make it light heavyweight.
Yeah. Oh, Ankalaev probably wins that. He's really good. But I'm wrong a lot. So, but Ankalaev probably wins that. He's very, very good, man.
Alex Pereira inside. Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev. Alex Pereira wins inside 2 rounds.
Ankalaev can wrestle his ass off, and he's a big ass dude. Ankalaev ain't Jan Blachowicz. You know, he's already the uncrowned champ. You know, he beat Jan Blachowicz in that match. So now we got some good ones coming.
Fine. Ankalaev Hill for a title eliminator.
Ankalaev and who? Who'd you say? Ankalaev and who?
Ankalaev's 2, Hill's 3. Ankalaev Hill for a title eliminator. Winner faces Pereira for the title. Oh,
that's fine. No. Ankalaev will walk right through Jamal Hill.
Here's the problem. You don't have time for anything else to happen in light heavyweight because guarantee you it's the end of July. Alex Pereira is fighting in October or December one more time. I'm putting it out live on the
air. 100%. 100%.
October or November. Or he ends up on the MSG card underneath John Jones Stipe, and they book him. John Jones Stipe, November MSG, Ankalaev, Alex Pereira for the light heavyweight title as the co-main.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go on a prediction here. This is just for the show. Roast me if I'm wrong. Stipe, I know it's booked. Stipe and John Jones doesn't happen. I'm telling you right now. I don't think it happens.
And if it doesn't, you're going to see Tommy Aspinall right in there in November to unify those fucking belts.
I believe so. I think Dana White, I'm after we get off here and throughout tomorrow, I have off tomorrow. I'm going to be reading through Dana White's Twitter, all the comments and shit like that. No, nobody wants to see that bullshit. Only Dana wants to see that shit so he can, stroke John Jones a little more about being the greatest of all time. He's beat everybody. Dana wants to see that fight. Nobody else wants to see it.
Have you heard about John Jones?
Yeah, right. Funny. One of the funny memes you could make with the Bilal thing is then Dana with the Shavkat, and he's like, Bilal who? Just to go with the remember the name thing.
Bilal who? Have you guys heard about John Jones being the greatest of all time? I had to walk in a bar fight with 50 people, and they all had guns. The only person I would bring with me is John fucking Jones.
If I sent John Jones to the Philadelphia Zoo and let him go in all the cages with the wild animals, I'm betting John Jones walks out. The legend of John Jones.
You think a gorilla's badass? Have you guys met John Jones?
Yeah, right. John Jones by sub. But no, it should be it. I don't think, whether it's due to injury or lack of motivation or social media lights Dana White up, I don't think the Stipe fight happens. I think the demand is going to be so loud. But then again, you know what? Who knows? Maybe Dana knows something behind the scenes that we don't know. That John Jones is saying, if you let me beat this guy, I'll fight Aspinall.
Well, he has an 8-fight contract, so
okay. Yeah, we'll see how it shakes out.
John Jones, don't you remember he signed? I mean, not saying he has to fulfill that contract. I'm just saying he has an 8-fight contract still with the UFC. I believe right before his Cyril Gane fight, he renewed his contract.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see where the cards lay.
That's all that's going to be on everybody's mind now. It's.
Oh, as soon as we get off this, I'm going to Dana White's social media. I want to read what people are saying. I'll troll a couple people before I go to bed.
This will be 2 fights into an 8-fight contract for John Jones. Oh, looking ahead next weekend, Sanhagen Nurmagomedov, Tibura Spivak 2. I want to look at that card again and see what's on there. Might be some gems. Basharat versus Gutierrez, Damon Jackson versus Chepe Mariscal, Chelsea Chandler versus Santos. Uris Medic versus Danny Barlow. That's
Oh,
going to
I
be
like that guy. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Danny
that's
Barlow.
going to be a good. He was the one that fought his
Left-handed
buddy
guy.
on Contender Series, wasn't it?
They were both from the same regional scene. Yeah, they
That's
call him
what it was.
left hand to God. Yeah, and I think he won his debut by a pretty sharp knockout as well. New gloves not a problem for that guy.
Time will tell. I don't know. I might not watch that one, guys. Duplessis versus Adesanya is the week after that. Sean Brady versus Gilbert Burns, Saturday, September 7th. Look at that card. Okay, Gilbert Burns, Sean Brady at the top. Calvin Kattar, Kyle Nelson, Yiza versus Gabriel Santos. That's all that's on that card so far, but that's not very stacked. But I will be tuning in for the Sean Brady card. And then, of course, September 14th. Wow. Is that? Okay, so, Bill, I'm going to prepare you for this ahead of time. Saturday, August 17th is Duplessis versus Adesanya.
Okay.
Sean Brady versus Gilbert Burns does not take place till Saturday, September 7th.
All right.
You're going to have a gap there, buddy, of, is that 3 weeks? 21 days. You're going to have a gap of 3 weeks.
Isn't the Contender Series in there, though?
Yes. You know what? Maybe Contender Series does start then. So, yeah, you'll have.
There you go. Give me my little fix.
You'll have 2 weeks. And then once you run that, 14, 26, and then unless they pop something in, you got a couple weeks there in October. But, man, we're getting dangerously close to looking at. I mean, they got the October card in Abu Dhabi TBD, but that's October, the end of October, and then you got MSG's the big one for November, and then of course the big December card.
No, they have to stack that Madison Square Garden card and that New Year's the December card. They got to stack those two. I want to see some shit that means something.
Well, there's a reason. There's a lot of roadmap stuff that happened. Like I said, you're going to see Bilal Muhammad if he does fight. It'll probably be sometime towards the end of the year, but
yeah, I just don't know who. I don't know who you'd give him. I mean, if he gives him Shavkat, that's we know Dana White. Dana White's mad as hell at Bilal on that tonight. He doesn't like that.
It's gonna be over, dude.
You know what? They cut Makayev for doing basically the same shit. You know,
That's appreciated.
Yeah, in an earlier prelim fight, you cut Makayev for doing that. And in the main event, you give the guy the title.
Well, no, the difference is, first of all, there wasn't 3 months worth of hype. You're not fighting at the PI, fighting at the hotel, and then have extra security at the beginning of the fight, and then you two throw 12 punches between the two of you. And here's the deal. I've seen Kate be a fucking killer, bro. I've seen Kate show some serious skill and craftsmanship in the fucking octagon. And what the fuck was that?
Maybe just so worried about the grappling that he froze up, or who the hell knows what happens, you know? Dude, I've seen friends of mine, you know, from the local circuit here around Philly, Jersey, get their shot on Dana White's Contender Series, and just, my God, they look like they never fought before in their lives. So, I don't know. I guess that could happen at the highest level, too, you know, with a guy like Kate.
I mean, you look at Doghouse. Look at Doghouse. He cleaned house in CFFC and then moved up, did, 3 fights, and then was done.
Oh, well, which one? You're talking the younger Dawkins brothers.
Yeah.
You had the heavyweight had like 4 knockouts, and then they threw him in there against Derek Lewis, and, you know, shit started going downhill after that. And then you're talking the younger Dawkins. Yeah, he had a couple, and then he was cut. He's actually fighting. He's fighting back at CFFC.
Yeah, I would say he's the one that's fighting back at CFFC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's trying to reclaim the title. You know, he's young enough he could get another shot. He's just built like Chase Hooper. You know,
Sarah, we got less than 2 months till Murad Davishvili takes Sean O'Malley's title from him.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. We're not going to do that. That's what we're
going to have to do a countdown graphic.
That's what we're.
I don't know. Listen. I could be wrong. Wrong a lot. I don't think Sean Brady would be so complacent in the takedown as like Leon Edwards was. You know what I mean? It's like I think that I mean, did you guys see the little spoof video that O'Malley put out with the little doll hugging on his back?
Yeah.
And he's like defending against the cage, reaching back like smacking
Yeah.
it. Like he knows what Merab's going to try and do. So I mean, he's a far superior striker to Merab Dvalishvili, and O'Malley has 3 or 4 months to prepare for this. And so
He's been working his ass off for months now.
Sometimes, and you know what? Even if Dvalishvili would get a takedown, he can get back up. You know, he has 3 months where he doesn't really need to train a whole lot of striking. He needs to be getting back up and takedown defense.
Mm-hmm.
If Merab is forced to stand with O'Malley's going to probably light him up.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like I've said it, and I said the what ifs, whatever, when he fought Aljo. But I mean, Aljo and Merab trained together. Aljo is called the Back Kid. I mean, he's got one of the better situational or wrestling in that division. And I mean, if Sean can do what he did to Aljo right there, I don't really think he's going to have a whole lot of trouble keeping Merab off of him. But then I said that about Leon tonight, about how he handled Kamaru, and that he should be all right with Bilal. So you never know. MMA math doesn't math all the time. So
yeah, that's why I'm
going to send you this real quick, Garrett.
What's up?
So I'm going to send you this real quick, or send it in the group chat.
Is it the meme? Did you make the meme? Oh,
I did.
Oh shit!
I see it in the background, Tanner. That's funny. We'll be posting that on social media here.
You want to get it or you want to get it? I'll get it or you want me to get it? Let's go.
It don't matter to me.
I'm posting it right now because the groups are still alive. We got some people popping it back in.
It's posted in Checkmate. I'll share it too. Oh man, dude, he's on an assassination attempt, bro. Well, that puts us at an hour. Yeah,
yeah, it's good. My phone is actually 10%, and I don't want it to dip out on you guys. So,
all right. Well, yeah, I guess we will. What's going on Thursday? Is everybody good for Thursday next week? Are we going to be doing?
No, that is my overnight. I'm on my overnights on Thursday. So
we might have a Saturday show.
You know what's crazy? Do you have the Pulse XL?
Yeah, you have the same. Yeah, they're the better quality one.
That's nuts. Yeah, it lights up. It's fucking gay. Whatever.
Ooh, fancy.
Nicotine.
Boy.
Very nice.
Very nice. We'll figure something out for next week, but I think we're going to call it. Appreciate you guys breaking down the card with us. For everybody over here, we appreciate it. Just check us out on at Checkmate MMA across all socials. Fight merch available, MMATco.com/collection/FightShow. Something new in the works coming soon. Clips available on all socials at Checkmate MMA. Sponsors for everything else are in the description, and we will see you guys next week.
Everybody sleep tight, man.
Good night.